you make a video and you edit it. It's your standard video, it's a 16:9 video, and you deal with the editing and it's great, and you want to promote it, so you want to convert it into a short. So you press a button and it becomes a short, and it becomes a short in the right way, and it teases people that they watch the short and they think, I want to watch that video. And because now YouTube has this thing in shorts where you can go straight to a recommended video, you can only pick one recommended video, but you can put a recommended video in there, people go and watch the video, and the short acts as an advert. Wouldn't that be great? Well, there are services that do it. So there are a couple of services out there. In fact, there's probably more than a couple that I've tried, and I found that I don't like them. They don't do the right thing for me. Some of them are set up for vloggers, so they use AI and they pick out things, and you can select the clips that they pick out and it blends it all together, but they never work that well. They never work that well for me. I think they're all set up to pick out faces, and of course most of my YouTube videos don't have any faces in. If there are faces in them, it's not my face. So I have been wondering recently, is there a good service out there, or should I just do this myself? Should I just record in a square format and then make the video and then re-edit it into a short? Now, if I re-edited it into my own short, I'd be able to show exactly what I want. I'd be able to tease it the right way, and it would give more engagement. More people would watch it, they'd watch it for longer, and more people would go to the original video. My question is, I don't know whether that approach is worth it, because it takes a long time to edit a video. It would take quite a long time to edit a short. It'd be another step to do, another video to launch, another lot of SEO to do. And I don't know how good shorts are at driving views or video views of existing videos to my channel. Certainly, I make some money from shorts. I think I make about 1% from shorts. I don't make a great deal from shorts. I get subscribers from shorts. And I think I don't get a great deal of subscribers from shorts. Most of it comes from my traditional format videos, but I do get some from shorts, and I do get some view hours from shorts. And I must get some clicking onto the actual video for shorts, but I don't know whether I get enough. So like I say, in terms of revenue, 1% comes from shorts. You don't get much revenue from it. Some shorts have done very well, and some shorts have done very well for a short period of time. I have some shorts that are evergreen. That graph is still going up. People are still watching it. But you find with shorts, you get this S-shaped curve where you get nothing, then it shoots up, and then it levels out. And it can shoot up and level out within 12 hours, and no one really watches it anymore after that. So I do question whether the effort of going to re-edit the video into a short is a good idea. Is it worth it? And that's where these services come in. So you upload a video, you press a button, you set a few things, and it goes away. The service goes away, and it decides and it chops it up for you. Now, one of the things that I absolutely hate about these services is when they make it into shorts, they just crop into the middle. But not everything is going to be happening in the middle of your video. It might be slightly off to the side, and a lot of them you can't seem to move the frame around. There was one called Keyframe Studios, it didn't use AI, but it did allow you to take your videos and other people's videos and edit them into compelling shorts. So it transcribed what was said, and it put up subtitles, and it did lots of other things like that. But ultimately you had to do the editing, and you could move the frame around so the right thing was in frame. That was quite good. Not many of these things do that. A lot of them will transcribe, a lot of them will put subtitles on, but you've got to do that editing of where it starts, where it ends, what you chop out. Sometimes it's all automatic and it does it all for you, and sometimes you've got to put a bit of input in. So I reviewed Keyframe Studios. I reviewed something called, what was it called? Revideo. Revideo, you uploaded your video, you set a start point, you set an end point, and basically it did the transcription, and it did the transcription really accurately, and it put your transcribed words onto the short. So your 16:9 video, it would generally sit in the middle, and underneath you would have the transcribed words. Now you might be saying, why do you want the transcribed words? Because most people who are watching shorts are watching it on a phone, and they might not have the sound up. So they might be just watching on the train, or when they should be doing something and they're not. So they don't have the sound up, so you've got to put the words up. And I think that's the thing that puts a lot of people off. That's a hassle to put the words up. So you need some sort of transcription service to do that and put it on. And if you were editing it yourself, that would be such a hassle. Now, there are ways to do that in your editing program. Adobe Premiere Pro has the transcription feature in. I'm pretty sure a lot of the other ones like Filmora probably does that. For Final Cut, you've got to buy plugins to do that. Final Cut Pro. The problem is, I really hate with a passion Premiere Pro. It's a horrible piece of software to use, so I've stopped using it. So that one's out. And there are softwares, and they're mainly web-based softwares, where you can edit things just by editing the text. So Descript is a classic one. That's not actually a web-based software. You have a program on your computer, but it obviously uploads stuff to the cloud to do the transcribing. And there are a few other ones. Some of them work really well. Some of them do auto suggests, and they do a good job doing the subtitling. But again, I've used those and I've made my shorts, but it's another step, and it takes me away from making those other videos. So I don't know whether it's worth my time. And part of buying any automation is it has to be worth your time. So if I'm going to pay for something, it has to be worth it. It has to save me time. If it doesn't save me time or get me more views or get me more money, well, what's the point? I do question what's the point. So I don't know. You might see some things come out and you might think, oh, he's gone and bought something and that's made that video into that short. I don't know. I'm not convinced that they work. I'm not convinced. It feels like it's a gold rush to get the perfect, companies are all out there trying to make the perfect software service that converts your YouTube videos or other people's, which is a bit naughty, into the perfect short. But how do they know what the perfect short is unless you tell them? Do you just want a summary video? Do you want to give away the conclusion in that short? Because if people get to the end, or if you give away the ending, or the big surprise, or the big reveal, or the conclusions, or what you thought of something, are they going to watch the video? Probably not. So you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot by spoiling it as well. And I do, like I say, I've said so many times, is it worth it? Is it a good investment of money and time? I don't know. The technology now enables you to do it. There's loads of AI editing applications and softwares out there. There's lots that will do things for you, but sometimes they're not very good. Sometimes they have the wrong nuances. Sometimes they do the wrong things. And the interacting with them is quite clunky. So there's one that I have called WiseCut. When you do some edit, it auto edits and it does quite a lot of things automatically. But then when you need to remove something or add something, it's really clunky and you've got to re-render it. So you might just want to remove a sentence, but you've got to do lots and lots to remove that sentence. Then you've got to re-render it, and then you've got to watch it again to see if the sentence has been removed, because you don't quite trust it. You just want to check that before you release it. So sometimes they don't save you any time at all. So I do wonder if I will ever find something that I find suitable for saving me time, or if it is just better to do it myself. I might start including in the descriptions where I do it myself. One thing I have noticed in my subtitling software, which I use for every video, I can now run it through AI and get a description, which does save me a lot of time when I'm writing that video description. I've got a starting point because I've used AI to read through my transcription and summarize it back to me. That's great. And that works really well, and that does save me time. Anyway, it's been an interesting podcast episode talking about, will the short software help me out in the future? And no doubt if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, you're seeing some audiogram and waveforms going up and down, and maybe you're seeing the words that I'm speaking come up on the video. Well, that is a useful service that I use. So for things like that, I'm using Headliner, or there are some other providers, but Headliner is a particularly good one, and it has a good free package. So I could make a short audiogram of this podcast, but I'd have to design my script so that I know where the teaser is. I have to set my script up in such a way that I tease in a certain point, and then I can go and find it and make an audiogram so I can put it on social media. And of the 4 people who see it on social media, maybe one of them will think, oh, I shall go and listen to that. That'll be good. That's the thing on social media. I don't have a huge following. I wouldn't say I have a huge following on YouTube, but it's even smaller on social media. So making those snippets and clip videos for social media, that's not really worth my time. The only thing that may be worth my time is YouTube Shorts, because I do know people watch those and I do know people engage with them. Anyway, thank you ever so much. Goodbye.